Hello, everybody. I have random haul of stuff I dug out of storage. I'm going to call it storage stuff. Just as I find stuff that I find interesting or I haven't shown y'all, I'm going to put it up here. And these are things that I've kind of hung on to for one thing or another, probably for the last 15 years, 20 years. There's no connection to these things other than it's like the first I got of it, I was happy to get it, or maybe it's something I've always wanted. Let me start with this item. Remember the movie Blade? Before the Marvel Universe? He had the coolest sword, right? He had the coolest sword. He had that cool looking handle that opened up and exploded your hand. Well, hey, what about that handle? It doesn't explode your hand, but you know, you can wear this on your back. Just like Blade. Yes, I'm a daywalker. Look at that, look at that. And this is actually pretty damn sharp. Why do people send these sharp? Anyways, I've had this for quite some time. It does have the blade writing on the wrist, the vampire writing. I don't know what you call it. I forgot what they called it. With the writing there, and there's where it would have exploded on my hand and whatever. I think it has the dude that's now in Gotham, right? Was it named the buddy of Commissioner Gordon? Let me just swinging at him to scare y'all. Anyways. I always wanted one of these, and I got one, and I hung up to it. And it's actually pretty weighted for just a prop sword. Anyways, ready for the apocalypse. I used to manage KB Toys. I've said that a few times in my videos. And there was a sports card store at the other side of the mall. And I had the benefit of having a relationship with him, and I would hold action figures, and he would buy them for when certain wrestlers would come into the mall. And this is the only one I have left, or I could find right now. But I got to meet The Rock, the Hardy Boys, Lita. I got to go in the back room and chit-chat with them. But this was one that I always wanted to meet because he was one of my favorite wrestlers. He's a bit taller than me. He is the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Bret the Hitman Hart to Paul. They had a cool ring in the mall also. You can go inside and take pictures, and I have that somewhere too. And I have an action figure signed by him also, and still in the boxes somewhere. But anyways, I thought I'd bring this out. I'm going to get a frame for that one. I used to love, still do, The Next Generation. And I guess this would be one of my first hits, they call it these days, which is such a common thing, but back then it wasn't so much. I got these out of an actual box way back when it wasn't very popular. And I got a couple of them. I found two, though. From Star Trek Next Generation. Formerly, what was his name? Howlin' Matt Murdock went on to become Barclay, Dwight Schultz, in The Next Generation. Here we go. On card, none of that crazy sticker crap. And I got this one, and I darn near pooped my pants because she's one of my favorite characters of all time, as I released recently in another video. He's gone on to be a few things. He was in Independence Day, but nothing of notoriety other than Brent Spiner. Data. They both have really nice autographs, actually. This one and Mr. Dwight Schultz. The next item. I went to Comic-Con before it was crazy in 2001, 2002. 2002. Oh God, how many years ago was that? Jesus Christ. 15 years ago. And I walked in and I'm getting my ticket. And the lady starts talking to the guy behind me and says, "Hey Jim, don't worry about it. I got you. Good to see you early today." It was Jim Lee, right behind me. If I had thought, I would stopped and said hi at least, but he was there, and we got contact. But that's not what the story's about. At that same show, there was a comic artist who was there a day early to collect donations because I believe it was a niece who had a brain tumor, and he was accepting donations to sign anything you wanted, and you give him whatever you wanted, and it would all go to her cause. And I wish to this day I would have looked it up and found out how that went. I know she did survive for quite some time after that, but to this day I don't know that answer for you. But I went and grabbed a comic book, and at the time it wasn't valuable. Apparently now it is, and he put the coolest inscription on it. It's the black cover from 2001 for the 2001 9/11 issue. But look, John Romita Jr. with spider eyes and webs. Couldn't that be a cooler looking autograph? This was actually one of my first autographs I received from an actual person, comic wise. But I just thought this was just lightning in a bottle with his JR, the date, and the spider webs on the eyes. I really appreciate this comic book. This was really got me into comic books, and one of the first comics autographed I bought. I love the storyline. Mike Tapp loves the storyline. I actually sent Mike Tapp a similar one for his birthday this year. It is The Adventures of Superman, number 500, signed by 5 artists. John Bogdanov, Brett Breeding, Tom Grummett, Jackson Guice, and Dan Jurgens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a COA. At that same convention, I got my first, wish I could find it. He did draw me a hand-drawn sketch of Superman, and I have it in a box somewhere. But this is, I wish I could even remember his name. If you see his style, it's very unique. He was pretty hot for a while. And it was, oh God, it's on the tip of my tongue. There we go. And there's his autograph. Right there. Can't think of it. Moving on. See how much planning I put into these videos. Whatever. This is the most recent one I bought of the exact same character, and it is autographed again. But he's such a nice guy. He was so down to earth, this guy who created this, and it's such a unique style. And Superman just chilling out with bullets shooting off of him. And there's this little autograph. Or maybe a signature because he created it, not an autograph. Got one other item. It's a big one. Remember the Franklin Mint? These came out and they were vastly overpriced, but what isn't with mail away, right? But I wanted it. And I got the whole collection. I was so happy I did, but I'm missing a piece and I'm going to have to go have it made. Thank God it's not an important piece. Oh. This has all of the major emblems from the Next Generation. Or some Star Trek, I should say. And I'm missing that right there. It's just a plaque. I can have it made. But the cool thing is this opens up. And you can see them even better. Yeah. They are gold plated over sterling silver. And this, I don't know. They don't go for a lot anymore. I'm surprised they don't. I think it's because Star Trek is not as popular as it should be, but with the new movies, it didn't really catch on either. Sorry, I dropped my last item. But maybe the TV show will come back and they'll have, God damn chair. Sorry. Have some cool, bring the lore back, you know. This is one last item, and I've had it for a long, long time. It's not worth a lot, but he's hung in there. And they can't be killed, and you can't get them wet, and you can't feed them after midnight, and don't take them in the light. Margaret? What? What? No. Oh! He's saying thanks for everything. See you later, peeps. Bye.